Structural drying after water damage. So you've overflowed your bath, the air conditioner's burst, the fish tank's fallen over, your pipe's burst, your kids left a plug in the sink, or maybe it was yourself. All these things can happen and create a devastating effect on your property. Some of our customers have arrived home, open front door, water gushing out, flooded everywhere. So what do? Well, the first thing we do is we'll do a make safe. We'll get rid of that excess water and we'll get it to the point where your property looks somewhat reasonable and somewhat dry. The second step is we need to do some structural drying, because once you get rid of that initial surface water and there's no visible water on the surface anymore, what you will find is that a lot of your subfloor and your carpet or your underlay, your skirtings, your plasterboard, the timber framing behind the walls, it's still wet. The water has penetrated and it's wet those parts that you can't get to with a towel. You can't mop it off, you can't suck it up with a vacuum cleaner, and so that's where structural drying needs to be employed. So what we do is we'll work with you, we'll moisture map your property, we'll identify what materials are wet and what moisture content is in those materials, and we'll work out where it needs to be, what is your dry standard of your property. Once we assess that and we discuss with you some of the options, we can employ a few different methods to set up some drying equipment in your place that will allow us to draw the moisture out of the plaster, draw the moisture out of the timber and the subfloor, and over the course of a few days or a week, we can pull all that moisture that's trapped and locked in, that won't move without a bit of assistance, to draw it out into the air and be able to dehumidify that out of the air for you guys. Our guys will continue to monitor your structure as we're drying it, and as the structure becomes dry, we'll notify you and remove equipment, and we'll be able to restore your property back to a pre-existing pre-loss situation. So give us a call if you need some structural drying, whether that be heat drying, dehumidification, desiccant, lots of different forms of drying, but we can help you and advise what's the best one for your particular situation. Thanks guys.